What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke. In this episode, just going to be a bit of a Collingwood update. Let's get into it. So before we do jump into it, I reached 20k followers on Instagram, which is just absolutely huge. If you head over to my Instagram, you'll see a post there, a pin post, just saying my thanks and stuff like that, which means that the 20k giveaway is up for grabs right now. It finishes on Thursday night, 11:59 p.m., right? And then it gets drawn this Friday at 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. No, I said 6 p.m. Right before the Western Bulldogs game. So, which is huge. So if you win and you go into the Western Bulldogs game, I'll give you all your stuff on that Friday, which is incredible. It's a pretty good turnaround time, express shipping, if you will. But look, this is just going to be an update on Collingwood. We'll talk about the VFL, we'll talk about the VFLW, talk about the wheelchair team, and let's just absolutely get into it. So we'll start off with an update on our wheelchair side. So as you know, I talked to Ben Jankowski, our wheelchair captain, before the start of the season. They've had a so-and-so campaign at the moment. They're currently sitting fourth or second last of 5 teams. So they're sitting fourth. 3 wins, 3 losses. We just beat Richmond the other day by, I think it was less than a goal. And a few weeks ago, we got absolutely smashed by Hawthorn. Go on to beat Essendon the week later. So we're, 8 rounds into this campaign. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds to go, and we take on Hawthorn at the start of that round 9 game. So we're still a chance to make finals, still a chance to make the grand final. Of course, we won the premiership a couple of years ago. So I have absolute faith in the team, Ben Jankowski, Josh Christian, as well. You see, I usually post about them on my story and stuff like that on Instagram. So get behind the team when you can. I'll be posting updates as much as I can. But 3-3. We need to be, like, if you see Hawthorn, 4 wins, 2 losses. So we're not too far away. We're one game behind top 2, but we're a lot of percentage behind. So gain up a little bit more percentage, a couple more wins under our belt, and we'll see where the rest of the campaign takes us. So the next thing we're going to talk about is our VFL team. They're currently sitting 10th on the ladder. We've won our last 4 games. We went down to Frankston on just a miserable day and absolutely smashed them. It was party pies on the Gold Coast. It was party pies down in Frankston. I think at about half time, I think we were up by 70 or 80 points. They hadn't scored a goal, if memory serves me correctly. No, so at half time, it was 9-80. So we put on 12 goals up until halftime. We finished the game 126-31, so annihilated Frankston. A lot to sort of look out for going into this game. Dan McStay was supposed to play, but he had to pull out because he had some sort of illness, which it sucks. It's a bit more of a setback for him. You want him to get a little bit of VFL experience before he jumps into the senior side. I dare say that he probably doesn't get a go against the Western Bulldogs, because he maybe just needs to put a bit more on the board in the 2s. So he'll probably play against Footscray this week, and maybe he comes into the side a week in the next week, to the AFL side in the next week. But Reef McGuinness kicked 6 goals. A bit of the AFL list of players did really well. Like Finn McRae is just everywhere. Jacob Ryan, Ed Allen. The big look was on Jack Ginnivan. Now, Guinea didn't have... Look, he had a good game. Look, the thing with Ginnivan is that his forward craft is great. When the ball's coming there, he's very intelligent with what to do. Very Alan Didak-esque, right? It's his defensive ability that needs to be fine-tuned a lot more. Like you see Bobby Hill, you see Bo McCreary, when they don't have the ball, they're running, they're chasing, they're pressuring, they're tackling. Ginnivan just needs to add that to his repertoire, because at the moment he's just not doing it, and that's probably why he's out of the first side. So in the VFL side, I wasn't expecting him to kick 3, 4, 5, or 6 goals. I just wanted to see what his second, third, and fourth efforts would look like. There was one really nice one at the start of the game where he smothered the ball, followed it up with getting possession, tackling, and all that stuff. But that smother on the ball was really nice, and it's just these defensive efforts, it's the tackles, it's the pressuring, it's stuff that you don't really see on a stat sheet. If you look at the stat sheet, you go, okay, yeah, he kicked that, etc., XYZ. He only had 10 disposals and this and that. It doesn't really tell you much, especially VFL stat sheets, because they don't, they're not very detailed like the AFL listed ones are. So I think Ginnivan didn't do enough to get a recall. He didn't have a great game, but he is improving week on week. He probably plays in the VFL again. Has to apply his trade. He'll get a look in again. It's not a one-season wonder for Jack. He just has to put in another bow to his string. Now, the last Collingwood update, or Collingwood team update, is our VFLW team, who finished first minor premiers, led by Caitlin Bunker, good friend of Swoop Luke of the Gram as well. So led by Bunker, we won our last 2 games. We were only finished first on percentage, so we only finished first on 10.3% because from 1 to 4, all of the points were even. Port Melbourne lost their last game, so we could finish first. If they had won, we would have finished second, which is good for us. We versed Port Melbourne in the first final. With the VFLW, it's the top 6 that go through to final, so it's a bit more different, or it's a bit different to everything else. But then the VFL boys, it's the top 10 that go through, and then I think it's like a wild card. It's crazy, but I'll keep you updated throughout the season. So just a big congratulations to the girls on their minor premiership, which is just absolutely huge. Hopefully the first of many trophies in our Collingwood cabinet this year. Another couple of things to mention is Jack Crisp will move to 3rd on the list for consecutive games if he gets chosen and if he's picked, to play against the Western Bulldogs on Friday night, which I dare say he will be. There's no injury concerns at the Pies at the moment besides Charlie Dean and, of course, Dan McStay. So he'll move on to 3rd on the consecutive list, leapfrogging Adam Goods. Scott Pendlebury. Now, Scott Pendlebury will move to 1st on the all-time disposal ladder on his 14th disposal on Friday night, which he'll probably get during the second quarter, which will be just absolutely incredible. Like he'll overpass Robert Harvey's total disposal count with 10 less games or 11 or something less games, and it's just a testament to the longevity of Scott Pendlebury's career, and something that probably won't happen again unless Nick Dacos does it in 15 years' time. But I dare say that is probably a record that is going to stand until the ends of time, really. And, I'll talk a little bit about Pendlebury more in my next video, but it's just incredible what he's been able to do. Skipper for so long, the 2010 Premiership as well, and now most disposals in the comp. And every one of his disposals counts. He's just not an accumulator. He does everything with each and every disposal, which we absolutely love. Also, I've got the new Swooping Magpie shirt on, which will be a part of the giveaway as well. I bought one, not affiliated with Collingwood. They didn't send me this. I wish they did, but that'll be in the giveaway as well over on Instagram. Also, don't forget, we do swooping around. I think it's going to be from Gate 1 this weekend at Marvel Stadium, or on Friday night at Marvel, so be sure to watch out for that. I've got my preview of the game coming up. Hopefully we'll get a couple more videos out before then, but until then, like, comment, subscribe, Tay family, Tay friends, Tay pets, and until next time, double shaggers, I'll sweep you later.